In a remote corner of the world, where rivers snaked through valleys and villages sat isolated on opposite banks, one man saw a problem that everyone else had learned to live with. Each year when the rains came, children would stand stranded, unable to cross to their school. Traders would wait on muddy roads, goods spoiling on their carts. Elderly villagers would sigh, resigned to long detours or rough waters. For generations, these river crossings had shaped lives and limited them, but in the mind of this man, there was no obstacle too great for the resolve of a single person. He didn't boast impressive titles or degrees. He was not a wealthy landowner or a government official. He was known simply as Lalit Kumar, a humble carpenter with calloused hands and an enormous heart. Among the villages, he was more than his trade. He was a builder of hope. The story began years ago, when Lalit's own village lost a child to swollen floodwaters. With sorrow weighing heavily on him, he decided he would not watch helplessly again. He scavenged through old construction sites, collecting discarded bamboo poles and leftover planks. Alone, under the blazing sun and monsoon rains, he hammered and lashed together the first makeshift bridge, sturdy enough for children to run across and parents to sleep a little easier. That first success changed everything. Soon, nearby villagers approached him, hopeful, hesitant. "Can you help us too?" Lalit never charged a rupee, not even for his time. His reward was the sight of children laughing as they hurried to school, farmers carrying produce to market, neighbors mingling with kin on the other side. In his view, a bridge was more than wood and nails. It was a passage to education, health, and connection. Word spread like the morning mist over the fields. People brought him meals while he worked, offered a helping hand, or donated whatever they could for supplies. Over the years, Lalit learned to innovate, adapting each bridge to the whims of the river and the needs of each community. Where stone could be found, he showed villagers how to anchor pillars into the riverbed. In the flood season, he built ramps high enough to withstand raging torrents. Sometimes he repurposed truck tires as floating pontoons or carried beams on his back when there were no roads for vehicles. As his tally grew, so did the stories attached to each crossing. There was the teacher who, having given up hope of visiting her elderly mother on the other side of the river, could now take a meal to her every week. There was the group of young scholars who crossed every day on a bridge he built, dreaming of futures that once seemed out of reach. Each bridge became a symbol, a testament to what could be achieved when one person refused to look away from a shared need. Though recognition was never his goal, accolades eventually found him. Village elders blessed him under banyan trees. Local governments tried to catch up, sometimes following his path with promises of more durable structures. Still, Lalit quietly moved on to the next village in need, his tools slung over his shoulder. In his lifetime, Lalit Kumar built 100 bridges, each one a gift to strangers, each one a thread binding communities together. In the rainy season, when thundering rivers presented their annual challenge, parents would clasp their children's hands and cross without fear. Traders and teachers, doctors and dancers, all owed a part of their journey to the humble carpenter whose kindness spanned valleys wider than any river. His story shows that the power to change a world is not reserved for the mighty or famous, but often lies in the hands of those who simply choose to act, one plank, one day, one bridge at a time.